What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video recap time for the 3 games that took place this past weekend for the Six Nations Round 2. Some incredible games we witnessed and not so predictable. That, I must say, I got wrong, especially in one game, and I'm very happy in a sense because it was good to see a team like Ireland look sharp, look more motivated, to the point, and back in form, which was great to see. Wales, on the other hand, obviously had their flaws that they need to work on, and all those issues which will go into the stats. Scotland, England, messy, boring game in my opinion. The Calcutta Cup always brings that emotion, intensity and history to the game, but unfortunately for the sake, it wasn't the way that I really wanted to go. England scoring the try in the 70th minute, which pretty much sealed the game for us. It just wasn't a great game. So Scotland making too many errors, not capitalising on opportunities. Stuart Hogg looked not too strong again, which wasn't great for the game, and a lot of work and improvement is definitely needed for them if they're wanting to get anywhere in this tournament. So that was unfortunate. And then France-Italy ended up being quite a surprise for me, having Italy scoring 3 tries in the game, which is absolutely outstanding. A lot better performance from them after getting thumped by Wales. I'm very happy for Italy for getting 22 points on the game. I've always said I don't want this team to get demolished in every game. I want to see some heart and soul in it, and to score 3 tries and to get somewhere where the score's 35-22 against a team that just beat England, I think is pretty impressive. But we'll go into the stats right now. Let's start off with Ireland taking on Wales. This game surprised me. I predicted, and a lot of you have told me I was wrong, and I really was. I predicted Ireland losing to Wales. I thought Wales might just have the upper hand on this, but I was clearly proven wrong. The game turned out, obviously, 4 tries to 2. Great stuff. Kicking percentage wasn't the greatest for Ireland, but 4 tries, much needed and well done. Meters run, 322 versus 232, 322 to Wales. Impressive stuff there for them. Possession-wise, Ireland dominated 54%, and Wales 46 in possession. Territory 56, and Wales 44. And there's a fly irritating the hell out of me, but anyway, we go on. Pretty much both halves, Ireland dominated a bit. Second half, it was a bit more of a 50-50 game, which was good to see. A little bit of a fight back. 64% of the territory in the first half, and then Wales fighting back that 50 to get 51% over the 49. Clean breaks 11 to Ireland, 4 to Wales. Defenders beaten 17 to Ireland, 22 to Wales. Offloads 6 versus 13 to Wales. Rucks 107 over 109, which is 98%, and then Wales 86 out of 89, another 96%, but pretty solid there. Mauls 1, 2 out of 5, 40% for Ireland. They'll want to work on that, and 4 out of 4 for Wales. Turnovers conceded 9 to Ireland, 13 to Wales. So interesting stuff there on the stats. Ireland, however, giving away 10 penalties, and Wales only 6. So they'll just need to work on the discipline at hand a bit. There was a yellow card involved as well in the match. Overall, Ireland obviously getting their way back into form. I know I said they were out of form, and a lot of you slaughtered me for that. But there were also a few that agreed with me when I said they weren't in the greatest of form at that time, but clearly they proved me wrong and showed a hearty performance from their team, which was great to see. And if you've been watching me, you can criticize me for getting it wrong, but if you've been watching for a while, I love this Irish team, and I think they're brilliant, and I'm happy to see them picking up a win. Kicks from hand, 21 versus 19, 157 passes to Ireland, 150 to Wales, 135 runs versus 120. Very interesting stuff. Ireland pretty much dominating the game, and good to see. Tackles 153 made by Ireland, 131 of those successful, 192 made by Wales, 175 of those successful, 91% for the Welsh and 86% for the Irish. So Ireland obviously will want to work on their defence a little bit more, but still 86% not bad at all. And they're now sitting on the log in, is it second place? No. Yes, it is. Sorry, second place. And then Wales have moved down to third. ESPN, you need to sort out your log. It is confusing. But great game to Ireland. Well done on winning that game. Then we go to the next game, the streamed game. As I said, England versus Scotland. Not one of the most entertaining games. Scotland getting most of the possession, 55%. 60% of the territory went their way, which was, it showed the result. Scotland had the opportunities to have the ball. They just couldn't capitalise on opportunities. Therefore, England did in that 70th minute and got the win. If we look at some other statistics for the game, obviously the one try kicking percentage, England 50%, Scotland 100, only those 2 penalty goals. Possession in the second half, Scotland really had a lot of it, 65% of it in that second half, and 71% of the territory. Again, showing the results, or showing what could have been if this team just had gelled. 5 clean breaks versus 2, 5 to Scotland. Defenders beaten 14 over the 5 from England. 2 offloads versus 0 to Scotland. Got the 2. Rucks won 88 out of 92. 56 out of 59 for England. Both 94%. And then Moores won 3 out of 4 and 8 out of 8 for England. So, and then 20 turnovers conceded, 7 to England. Opportunities gone missing, but defence was solid. 162 tackles made from England, 148 of those being successful. 88 tackles only for Scotland, 83 of those being successful. Very interesting to see the results, just showing who had the possession of the ball in the territory. Scotland gave away 8 penalties, England 6. Well, it's not too bad, but they'll want to work on discipline, especially going into it. But for me personally, it's basic errors, knock-ons, handling. That, for me, highlighted this game. Yes, it was wet, so I'll give credit there. But I expect to see a bit more of an improvement going on to the Scotland need a wake up, because they're sitting 5th on the log, which isn't great at all. And they'll want improvements. England sitting on 4th position. So yeah, England picking up the win, but it wasn't the hottest of wins and it wasn't the hottest of games. But if we look at the history, Scotland have won 1 and drawn 1, and England now have won 1 in the past 3 years. So well done to England for picking up the victory and bouncing back from last week's game. Now we look at Italy versus France versus Italy, should I say. Awesome to see, like I said, the Italians scoring points on the ball. 462 meters run from France and 461 meters run from Italy. 28 kicks from hand, 20 to France, 22 to Italy. 127 passes made from the French and 163 from Italy. 135 runs versus 157 to France. 5-3 tries, obviously France getting the 5, all important, getting those points, which is great for France, continuing to move forward and show strength, which is brilliant from them. They are now top of the log, and credit to this young team getting the results that they need to move forward. A lot of character and heart shown from the Italians, which I think is great to see. If we look at possession, 55% of it to Italy, and then 50-50 in territory. Second half was pretty much a half in for the Italian side. They got 65% of the second half and only 47 in the first. And then territory, they gained 67% of territory and 39% in the first half, which went to France getting 61. So interesting. Clean breaks, 12 versus 8 to France, 25 defenders beaten to 23, also to France, 16 offloads and 16 offloads from the Italians, 87 out of 89 rucks won, and 111 out of 116 rucks won to Italy, both 97, 98, 95%. 3 out of 3 mauls won to the France, and 6 out of 7 mauls were won to the Italians. Turnovers conceded, 10 to France, 12 to the Italians. If we look at a bit of discipline or defense-wise, 191 tackles made by France, 168 of those being successful, 170 tackles made by Italy, 145 of those being successful, 85% to Italy and 88% to France. They'll want to push that up a bit, the Italians, just to put that up into as close as you can to 90. Both teams giving away 10 penalties each. Discipline is obviously a key in the game, and you want to work on that because getting the points over can make or break a performance in the game. But other than that, respect and well done to France getting that victory, as well as to Italy for getting 22 points on the board. Always great and impressive to see a team showing heart, even when they're written off. It's good to see. So well done to France picking up the win and now going to number 1 on the log with 9 points, tied with Ireland, who are also, but points difference gets them ahead. Awesome weekend of rugby, Six Nations at its best. We're now going into a break, which is always sad, but what a weekend it was. France, Italy, but Ireland, Wales, definitely the highlight of the weekend, seeing Ireland come back and show a lot of heart and soul in the game. Scotland, England, disappointing wet game, but hopefully both teams can find that fire that they seem to be missing just so slightly. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for another one real soon. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.